What just happened? Wait, where did all these people come from? And what true? Oh, and there's that girl. She's still...
If I leave now, will I have enough time?
How many times?
There's no going back if I report him.
Anxiety over a lack of creative inspiration. Well, inspiration tends to give anxious minds a wide berth, so I hope our treatment will help you relax.
Thank you.
Remorse for the misdeed.
Many thanks.
What's wrong with her?
I'm fine. Next, please. Delicious!
Whoa, that was unexpected.
Huh? What do we have here? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? We have no idea what's going on here.
Oh, it looks like you've entered my dream by mistake. Let me wake you up, then I'll explain everything.
Dream? When did that... Whoa!
Hi. Feeling more awake now? I never expected someone I know talks about you all the time. Plus, I'm pretty good at...
So, who are you?
Right, of course. It's our first time meeting each other, so I should introduce myself properly. My name is Yumemizuki, or just Mizuki for short. I'm a Yumekuibaku, which is a kind of yokai here in Inazuma.
Yumekuibaku? Hey, it's that little critter from before!
That's what we look like in our original form. I'm guessing that's the one that led you into my dream earlier? Baku feast on the bad dreams of human beings, but we need to be in a dream of our own to digest them. The place where you met me earlier was where I go to digest bad dreams. I must have swallowed one too many bad dreams, because they were causing me some digestive trouble. It's actually a good thing you showed up when you did. Call it a happy accident, I guess. Thanks to your help, I'm not...
Yeah, we thought you looked a little uncomfortable. That's why we came over. We didn't know what it was. And Paimon really hates bad dreams, so Paimon's even more happy to help knowing that you can eat them.
Thank you. But I still owe you an apology. While you were inside my dream, I ate one of your dreams. But it wasn't a bad one. I've eaten so many bad dreams today that I just scarfed it down without noticing.
So Yumekuibaku can eat good dreams too, huh?
Of course it is. Dreams are some of the most precious. It's the unwritten rule of my kind. Never eat someone else's good dreams without permission. But don't you feel horribly depressed? Isn't your... Remarkable. I've never heard of someone remain...
It's probably because the traveler has too many good dreams to count.
Maybe. But I still owe you something for your trouble. Ah, here, take this.
It's a VIP pass for the Isa bathhouse. Staffed by clinical psychologists and offering spa and fine dining services, we invite you to bring us your troubles and leave refreshed and renewed.
That's where I work. You'll find the address on there too. This invitation letter entitles you to enjoy our highest tier service, free of charge. Oh, and speaking of work, I'd better get back before I'm missed. I hope to see you as customers soon.
So So she's a Yumemizuki Baku that eats bad dreams and a clinical psychologist too? Paimon's never considered therapy before. Then again, Paimon never really gets that stressed out. Speaking of eating, that bathhouse place does fine dining, and we have a VIP pass. That means we can eat as much as we want, right? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can't let it go to waste. Bathhouse. Well, based on the letter, this should be the place. It looks familiar. We've walked past.
Oh, are you here to visit the Isa bathhouse?
Whoa! Oh, where did you come from?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me, I didn't mean to intrude. We've been struggling to attract customers.
Your bathhouse? So you run the place, huh? And business isn't going so great, you say?
Oops. Please forget I said that. It just slipped out. Now, do you have an appointment?
We have a VIP pass. Can we use it now?
What? I've told them before, a promotional gimmick isn't gonna magically fix our business. Who issued this thing? Wait, is that Miss Yumemizuki's signature? I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were invited here by Miss Yumemizuki. Please, feel free to redeem your...
Sounds like she has a lot of clout. But aren't you supposed to be the boss?
I am, yes, but Miss Yumemizuki's a major shareholder. The business never would have gotten off the ground without her investment.
What?
Oh, it's no cause for alarm, though. She's a very responsible person. In addition to being a shareholder, she's also personally involved in our day-to-day business. She only returned to Inazuma recently. Otherwise, I'm sure you'd have heard of her by now. She's a highly renowned clinical psychologist. Please, head on in.
An indoor hot spring? Oh, Paimon's gotta give that a try.
Hello, I'll be right with you.
Oh, you okay?
Oh, sorry, I'm so clumsy sometimes. But don't worry about me. Putting customers in a bad mood is the last thing I want. I promise I'll provide an excellent service. Please don't leave.
How many times do I have to tell you? You breaking a few plates isn't the reason we've been losing business. Stop apologizing for yourself all the time. All it does is make you look like—
It's all good. We're not out to target anyone. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, don't worry. As long as it didn't ruin your experience, that's all that matters. Now, well, looks like you'll be my first customers today, so...
Why is she so panicky? Actually,
Shion, let me see to these two. They're my guests.
Ah, there she is! Baku Lady is back.
So Mizuki invited you here? As VIPs? Does this mean you're gonna save the bathhouse?
She means you must be very wealthy. Not everyone can afford our VIP service after all. But a couple of customers with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus—
Aw, Murasaki. Was that you showing some concern for our business? I'm touched.
Ugh, did not.
Since you're so eager to find solutions, you can work on our most pressing task. bringing our accounts up to date.
Subtext being you can't give it to Shion because she's a moron and she'd screw it up?
Shion, I'll take things from here. What I'd like you to do is head to the kitchen and prepare some of your very best snacks for our VIPs.
Will do! That's my specialty!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I have to keep our staff calm to ensure you have the panicky little girl is Hyakujitsu Haku Shion, and the lazy lady is Shiba Murasaki. They're both Baku, just like me.
Wait, so the older-looking one is actually younger, and the younger-looking one is older?
That's right. How we choose to appear is just a matter of personal preference. It's more reflective of our personality than our age. Anyway, enough about them. Back to you two. Per the terms of I would recommend starting with the psychological consultancy. Between me and you, one of the steps involves getting your... Since I ate one of the traveler's good dreams by accident, this seemed like the best way to make amends.
Ooh, we get to have our bad dreams eaten by a Yumemizuki Baku? That sounds fun! Oh, that's a good point. You've been having some difficulties recently.
I take it you overheard Mr. Aikawa complaining about our current situation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cause you concern. Mr. Aikawa is a smart businessman, but he tends to worry too much. Our financial situation is nowhere near as dire as you're imagining. And in any case, please enjoy the services we have to offer. Once you've experienced our...
Can't argue with that. Let's get started.
Of course. The only thing is, psychological consultancy is a one-on-one service that takes quite a lot. So perhaps I can treat the traveler while Shion treats Paimon?
Fine by Paimon. But, is she up for it?
She'll be fine. I noticed how gentle and encouraging you were towards her earlier. You're the perfect client for her.
Oh,
Secondly, Shion's therapeutic approach is a little different from mine. It often involves food, so she might be a better fit for you.
Food therapy? Oh, that sounds perfect.
All right then, please follow me. Don't get me wrong, Paimon is genuinely better suited to Shion. But in all honesty, your psychology is so unique. I just had to investigate further to satisfy my own curiosity. Please, come with me. There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our dreams. That's the territory I would like to explore. Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no, all right? Very good. Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective. This is an incense from Sumeru that soothes the mind. The fragrance is said to be the scent of dreams. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent. The next step requires some visual preparation, so don't open your eyes until I say so. Oh, where did it go? I need to have a stern talk with Murasaki. How hard is it to just put things back where they came from? This needs another dab here. That's better. I said no peeping. I'm still not ready yet. Hey, don't run off now, darlings. Come here. For goodness sake, your butt's showing. All right. Shh. Let me do that for you. I can see that you don't like being kept waiting. Go on, open your eyes. Everything's ready. Take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them. Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable? Now you just need to find the others. She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them. Feeling sleepy? Now I want you to take my hand. Very good. Now, close your eyes again for me. I want you to completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away. Now, imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air. Then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything, but you hear someone calling you. And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice. Traveler, come over here. Longing caused by separation. Despair caused by failure. Regret caused by missed opportunity. Go to where the sakura petals fall. Go to where the squirrels play. where you can hear the sound of the waves. That is where I am. Holding my hand tight. The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well. We've reached the end of today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very...
How you getting along, Traveler?
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed. It feels cozy somehow.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process. But Paimon was asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Do the Yumikui Baku just like sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Shion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling, Traveler? Really? I still think there's more work to...
What do you mean?
You have quite a reputation for resilience and positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all. But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming. Yes, you certainly do. But that's not what concerns me the most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream.
Huh. Well, maybe he's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case.
But he said he feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient. Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try out the hot springs. Your mind has had the chance to de-stress.
Oh, that sounds good. Paimon's feeling relaxed already. You know, this place provides a really great service.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as...
If you say so.
I think the Traveler's recovered from the therapy session now.
Most impressive, I must say.
Miko, what brings you here?
There you are. I heard a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
She's joking, right? Paimon can never quite tell with her.
Miko, it's been a while.
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji. I've told her all about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have to forgive me. I just didn't want to scare the Traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
Oh, Oh, I've missed your way with words.
So, Lady Guji, to what do we owe the honor?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing. You could always invest in the publishing house, you know. Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are they...
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist. She has the perfect excuse to never open up. The Isa bathhouse used to be very popular, although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku. But recently, a competitor cropped up. His name is Emura Ichigensai. He operates right here on Narukami Island, and his methods are said to be quite revolutionary. Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts even better results, he was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days. Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
Miko, my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Emura Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
True. Very true.
So, that's it? You're just gonna leave?
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious again.
I understand why she doesn't want to help. The two of us are technically competitors, after all.
Huh?
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so is therapy. Miko and I disagreed quite significantly over the question of how to make people happy.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship. Paimon's curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yumemizuki Baku. Which, who is this Emura Ichigensai guy anyway?
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything. I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor. In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
Then why don't we go instead? We can...
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
Huh. Well, now it just seems rude if I reject your help.
Sure thing. Just leave this to us. You really are. This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him. Hi there. We're looking for Emura Ichigen.
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Oh, 97. What number are you up to?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh? Sounds kinda therapeutic in its own way. But we don't really have a good excuse to resort to violence here. And we definitely don't want to scare off our target. Why don't we pass the time by talking to some of his other patients? Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling?
Yep. Fellow clients of Amura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Emura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Emura Ichigensai...
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about.
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. Now, receive my guidance.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he's... Oh, so rude.
We're only being cautious. What's wrong with that? You said it yourselves, the whole reason...
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case...
Go on.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Emura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, but he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Emura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two. Yeah, there's still a lot of people ahead of us, though.
Let go of your pain. Who are you? It burns! Breathe it now!
here! It's almost time! That was... Alright, now time for us to go meet Mr. A... Oh, hello! We're number...
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
What? Why?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy. That's why.
But, we've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier. Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with...
Drat! We should have barged in after all. Yeah.
Rev the engines!
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Yep. At least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race, always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Because honestly, this sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Isa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Emura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? Just... It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any...
Emura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just a... Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention.
Amora Chuya?
It's him.
Wait, that guy? Oh...
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh yeah, serious issues. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yai Publishing House, where naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryo Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yai Publishing House to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz! Where would you even start?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after—
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But you have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong. I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yai Publishing House practically has a monopoly on—
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview—
You...
Wow. How the heck did you get him to stay for—
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction. The Tenryo Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotion. Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try— It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped—
It was all my fault.
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nut job.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good. Obviously, she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Imura Ichigensai are the same person? Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided—
Bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply—
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy—
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session.
Hello! Please come with me. I'll get you registered.
Wait. Those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this—
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to— So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Yeah! You Yumemizuki Baku provide an unbeatable service. No—
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion.
Should've kept my mouth shut.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. It looks like the Isa Bathhouse will be back in business in no time.
Of course it did. You were a huge help. Now then, you only got partway through the—
Oh, true! How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the snacks. Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package. Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to just— As for where she goes and what she does—
She takes the evenings to relax, huh? She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams, right? Oh, remember the place from last— place. What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Well, firstly...
Oh, I see. I was planning on Don't worry. This...
Oh, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now, like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. When I digest them, I feel them all for myself. So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite... well...
Does that happen to all Yumemizuki Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I did. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them, and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very... Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try? You really are different from other people. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Thanks for checking in on me. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep. Have a wonderful dream.
All right, good night.
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow...
Points for agility.
Full throttle!
Mizuki! We're here to book our next...
It hurts.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did...
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
one blames the other two.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare. Oh, this situation is dire.
What can we do? Let us help.
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke.
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Try and stop me!
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but...
Yeah, I messed up today too. But...
Hey, you two! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because.
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem.
Allow me. Gentlemen.
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you
No, why would I? What in this world could be so...
Nope, nothing comes...
What is going on? It's like they. Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't.
No, they're clearly not in their right minds.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No! No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this!
The sea is too rough today.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukida seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure. As for Umihiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around, but those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The traveler's dream confirms that. He has If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims...
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little.
What's with the urgency? Why does it...
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready.
Oh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, only you don't want to talk about it. Because you can't reconcile the Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn up.
Please, stop. Everything...
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. At least, as long...
All right. But seriously, we really have...
Yeah,
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything?
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No, we did.
In that case... Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct... Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Amor, so we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved. And the
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emma, the last thing I want is for you to put yourself in.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down at
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send a message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. Because, in case you hadn't noticed... Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! There's no time to lose! To the grid!
Rev the engines!
She's usually somewhere around
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You may remember I dropped a not so...
Aha! So you...
Let's not lose focus here. You're here...
Yeah, fair enough. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently he...
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday.
Wait, what? Emera Chuya?
You know him?
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Are you telling me that Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it's...
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really?
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once. When he placed, the warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather...
You've got a point. Well,
I'm just glad I could help.
You mean Mizuki?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only...
Really? 'Cause yesterday...
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors. She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, the last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to receive... Well done, you took the hint. Now, while...
Oh, right. Come on, let's send...
All right, amuse me. Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki an... So...
Sure hope so, 'cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys...
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right... So from here on out, stay close to...
We'll be fine. You just focus...
All right, fine.
Stay close and you will live.
It's as good as done.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was this is creepy. Feels like there are loads of...
Calm, yet repressed.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicion.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here. Burn it down! Full throttle!
Stop that!
I got him cornered.
Light up the blazing sun!
Miss Yumemizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you...
Emira Chuya.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be...
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative...
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well.
What is up with him? He's being so calm.
As you can see, Miss Yumemizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurity. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him...
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which...
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deepest. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing, as the fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, but after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the... Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumemizuki have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. Not only that, but their presence is essential. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans, but if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, this diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
Phew. How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Hyman knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions, but all it did was separate them and store them deep in your Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is...
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable.
So it is you.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumemizuki Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Likewise, Yumemizuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
There is no escape! Try and stop me!
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
Full throttle! Full throttle!
There! He's got nowhere left to run! Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out! I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all...
Don't worry. We've fallen from bigger heights before.
We've been completely cut off. That creature is...
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open.
Eat this nightmare?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite...
Oh, Paimon knows that! It's just... We all saw...
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
Are you running away?
Rev the engines!
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want—
Ugh. The atmosphere here is so...
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of...
Try and stop me!
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find—
Aw. Poor guy.
We shouldn't stay here.
I won! That guy? He never joins in with anything. Let's keep playing.
Wow. That's so sad.
Nope. Not here either.
What? What is this place?
It's his sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotion, by isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, if we want to restore balance.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk.
Well done, Paimon. Very.
Aw. Alright, what's the next?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotion.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Mizuki!
It's all right. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping,
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son.
All right.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon...
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found—
Ah! He's back again!
freeing a single host from my clutches.
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that this must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down.
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares.
Sweet dreams?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from Sweet Dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight. Turn that frown upside down.
Illusion shattered! Light it up!
May I present?
Target acquired.
Chasing Tanuki through the woods, and climbing trees to hunt for Onikabuto. Thank you for lending us your
10 points for agility. How brilliant!
Watching fireworks fly up into the thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to... The core should be just up ahead.
Why? Are these sweet dreams?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find, which means we're running out of time.
No problem. We're ready to go.
Time to relax.
The show begins. Are you running away?
Turn that frown upside down. Sweet dreams!
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my
Not yet, it isn't. Crash from the sky! Forever hold. Try and stop me! Now, use the power of the good dreams.
I think you will find it to be quite ineffective against the power of my nightmares.
Oh, you're done, Beast! Haha, you're so dumb.
That was unexpected. Everything has a price.
Turn that frown upside down.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused.
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is, all the while these repressed feelings continue to fester in their Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, but I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect. This is the path to a revival. My kin.
You do realize what that means, don't you?
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already. But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. Now here's a question well worth thinking about. If we... Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger. But we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions, without the Yumemizuki, there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist. Traveler. These feelings. So that's how they should taste. Longing, caused by separation. So bitter. And despair, caused by failure. Icy cold. And yet in conquering this, regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have. And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me. You'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Lightning flash! Following thunder! Take this! Lightning flash!
Impossible! With just one person's dream? But how?
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it.
You shall join my ancestors in death! You and my failure of a house!
What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water? Where is...
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world too?
We've got to wake up.
But how? Like, enter?
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes, just like the last time. Hold on tight. The Yumemizuki are getting to work. It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or If only that were true. Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones. And heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad one, which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yumemizuki existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat or how many years pass by. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. I suppose that's the only problem I have. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own, so they'll no longer need to call upon us for assistance. That way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams until there'll be enough to share around. A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. So I must thank you, because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too! Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them. Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask me again tomorrow.
Oh.
Still, the night is young. Want to stay here and watch the moon with me for a little longer?
Huh?
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
This world is full of
Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
What's going on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
Yes, please! For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers after.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I...
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So...
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night? Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Baku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regretted.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emura Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the...
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko...
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like...
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles, but every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it. Could we go over your past experiences when you have a moment?